Thank you, Ram. You can hear me? Huh?
Yes, sir.
I think all of you would allow me to be a little informal, right? So that's I've been the worst when it becomes formal. So, Ram Hitsa, thank you so much. Those of you who don't know him, he is one of the center's main pillars, fond memories. We never used to, not here, no? And it's a different relationship altogether. Not official, not professor, not, I don't know where to start. I'm really overwhelmed, greatly honored, and deeply humbled by those words. Prem and Ram told me, and all your presence. I don't know how popular, I never wanted to be a popular teacher. I wanted to be a good teacher. To what extent there's a huge difference. I've made that distinction from the very beginning. There's a huge difference. I don't know whether I'm a good teacher or not, but I didn't know that so many people would remember me after retirement. That's a great surprise. So many people would remember me after. That's so nice of you, all of you. Oh, acha, acha.
Online also.
Oh, let me say hello to each one of you. How many people? Let's just, if you don't mind, let me say hello to them. Who all are there? Hi, Aina. Omar. Who is this? Shweta.
Hello, sir.
Where are you? In India or somewhere out?
Asima is there.
Okay, fine. This is Azima. What? Hi, Ekta. Hello. Omar, you're on the first side. Hello. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for spending time for me. Thank you so much. You can talk to me. I'll just talk to them. Okay? Is it okay? Yes. Who is that?
They can hear you. They can hear.
Aisa. Okay, Aisa, yeah. Food, right?
Food, yes.
Aisa, food. That's a beautiful memory, I'll tell you about Aisa a little bit. This is what, since I'll start with your example. This is, let me tell you, ever since I completed my PhD in 1990, I never wanted to be anything else in this world but a teacher. Never. So many things there to earn my livelihood. Let me put, I have a very humble background. So the journalism, all these things, I had to, but even while being there, that problem I had to finish my journal, then do my academic research. So that back sciatica is still continue, last 40 years, 30 years. Because I used to be in the office from morning 9 to evening 7, 8, constantly. Because you have to do the journal, everything is on time. Then, I wanted to join teaching. There are many hurdles. One thing I've learned from my life, and I would suggest you to, if you feel it appropriate to accept it, don't give up. Don't give up. Once you decide a goal, it may be delayed sometimes, cannot be derailed. If you're confident, if you're determined, hard work cannot be derailed. Thoda der ho jayega. We all know that. So that is my experience in life. I said, I have to join teaching. I was not lucky enough to get a beginning, that break. Fair enough. But I made up. I'm sufficiently made up, more than anything else. So those years which prevented me from writing, I could have produced more work. Those young days, But I was busy in journalism, meeting deadline, but at the same time I have to keep my academic ambitions alive. So I teaching. So that is what I've learned, and that you have to be strong to achieve your goal. So many problems will be there. Problems are bound to be there. Everybody cannot have the same thing. There are many troubles. But if you are convinced about yourself, nobody can stop you. That's all I've learned from my life. That's all I've learned. I tell my students also. Another always I tell, hope is the basis of human existence. Without hope, there is nothing. Hope. This is for Palestine. Hope. And they will win one day. I'm convinced about it. Not because of an activist, but as a student of Palestinian politics and history who has been studying all this, knowing the history. So hope has to be there. All my teaching, yes, I must admit here, I could have produced more work, academic work, than I have done. But there the choice was between, let me tell you very frank, choice was between three things. A JNU teacher has to do three things: teaching, research supervision, and your own writing. It's quite a tall task. JNU. People don't understand now. That's a different thing. They have different memories. You are having vacations, maza kar rahe hain. In all my life, vacation, I used to go to hills with all the thesis to clear. Nothing else. Because those times they used to submit in July. So May 12th will break. By July, I'll go 2-3 theses, clear and come back and they'll submit. That has been there. So three things: teaching, research supervision, and your own thing. So I thought my first priority should be, in my opinion, these two: teaching and research supervision. That's why I couldn't. There are many things. Probably, hopefully, if everything goes well, health allows, I'll be doing it. Palestine and India, I will be doing that. So therefore, and I am proud. I take pride in saying that I have devoted a maximum time to my students. You ask them, maximum times, minutely. They would be getting angry with me. I said, no, get out. Academics, no compromise. Anything else? They would say, sir, आप comma full stop अभी देख रहे हैं. I said, तुम PhD बनोगे भाई. You have to do that. They'll come with sometimes the paper without. I said, throw it. I said, go see, read the application and come back to me. Vanessa remembers. Go read the application, come back to me. What is it? Now what is there wrong? Go read it, come back. The point here is, you are a teacher. Those of you who want to take teaching as a profession, it's a very serious profession, very demanding profession, and a very satisfying profession. If there is a second birth, if anyone asks me, I want to be a teacher again. Honestly, I don't want to be anything. I never wanted to be anything. Because the amount of pleasure you get when interacting with the students, young minds always, sometimes you get fossilized. 1-2 questions, opens up your entire horizon. I often tell, sometimes those of you, the students are not in MPhil classes. I used to allow every discussion. And some people used to ask questions, I'll note down. Then probably time, after so many classes, I'll come and tell that. That student must have forgotten that question. All of you have my experience. I said, this is the question you had asked one day, I didn't get time, this is my answer. Because I note down. So, as Ram always says, I take everything seriously. That's a problem with me, That sometimes, that's my personality, I cannot take things non-seriously, whatever it is. And at the same time, being a teacher, the background we come from, you have to, by being a teacher, you cannot, teacher lecture, that's not an issue. You have to be also conscious about the socio-cultural, economic reality of Indian society. That's very important for us as a teacher. We remember, Raman, we remember when you are the chairperson, right? You are the chairperson. One student who's just submitted this. One student, there was nothing. But we could see the potential in that. In Hindi, there was huge discussion. I said, no, that student should be taken, come what may. We stood our ground. I'm telling openly. It's not against anyone. This is our approach. Because a teacher has to find, when students come for the interview, they are not into their, you don't have to judge them what they know, what do not know. You see the potential. That's why they're coming to you. You train them and channelize their talent. Not enough. The potential is important. So that is why I'm quite happy, quite satisfied that I can be very confident. If I've done anything wrong, I will be apologizing for that also as a teacher. In my life, I have never discriminated in students. Never, ever. Never. Knowingly or unknowingly. If at all I've done it, please get back to me, I'll say sorry. It's a process, it's for learning. Nobody is infallible. As I told in the first class academics, nothing is infallible, nobody is beyond question in academics. Nothing is infallible, nobody is beyond question in academics. That's my first sentence in the first lecture is always I tell them. Well, that is what academics is. And coming to Palestine, Palestine has been a dear cause to me. I hope this center would do something. Probably I hope that someone would be there, take care of the Palestine cause. It has to be there. Palestine, it's a struggle for justice, more than anything else. And as my article, because that is I took almost 3 years to write that small article, minutely when I have to proofreading how many children killed in one building, Rafah. You have to cross-check everything. That's a meticulous thing. So, and that is the very title, it's occupation versus resistance. That encapsulates everything. I don't say anything. I don't treat it as a conflict. It's simple, occupation versus resistance. Then I went on 2014, same thing, that I've analyzed. Hopefully I'll be able to do something more on the Palestine issue. Palestine, probably I'll be India and Palestine. I've written that, but hopefully if I get time something. So, and I will remain committed to the Palestine cause throughout my life, through my writings, which as a teacher, whichever way I could. I couldn't be a very active activist, but yes, somewhat. Because that is where I remember once, I must share this example with you. When I went to field trip in 2012, Palestine, West Bank, I couldn't go to Gaza. Still, that is hopefully I couldn't go. COVID came, or else I was planning to go, so many things. So that is very interestingly, ironically, or unfortunately probably, Israel has to issue the visa, right? Not Palestine. Israel has to. Okay, so I went to Israel embassy, and there is a very good friend of mine, very good friend, at all the things. She's very good, very nice to me. She said, Professor Pradhan, you are going to Israel. I said, no. I am going to West Bank, Palestine. No. I am going to West. That's the argument. I said, I will not go through Tel Aviv. He said, Tel Aviv is very good, comfortable. I said, no. What do I get again? Land in the plane, go inside? No. I will go through Ellen Bay Bridge. I could understand what is that. Jordan Bridge, Jericho, Ramallah. And she was very cooperative. Let me tell you, very cooperative. But academic center, okay, Professor Pradhan, we agree to disagree. That's fine. I said, I will go to Palestine. So those sort of, it takes a lot of conviction. And if I may put it, courage to stand up to your start. You may face many problems, and I have. Well, that is a different. These days I tell my students, "Arey, marriage aise mat bano, yaar, thoda compromise kar lo." That is in a very lighter vein. So I said, but that is what if you are convinced about yourself, your stand, there is no reason why you should compromise and why you should buckle. But no emotion. Some of my students who became doing in Palestine, they came emotional. I said, get out. Emotion is not here. Logic, work. Emotion will not. Emotion, that's a different thing. As a scholar, you must come with evidence and argue your case very convincingly. And I always tell them, go to Israel sources more than anything else. Cite them. So therefore, wherever, as a student of Palestine, I'm still a student, I don't know many things. Probably there are many books which I will find time to read now, relax me. There are many things I don't know, honestly, many things I don't know. Many things, and I'll be the greatest regret in my life is when I retire, I'll be missing my classroom. That's all. That's really I'm emotional about it. I will be missing my classroom. I was so much involved in the classroom. That is the only thing I'll be missing. Anything I can read, I can write everything. But I will not be missing my classroom. And the young minds, the probing minds, that's very important. So therefore, Palestine, on another occasion we will talk about probably writing, I've written. So, whatever question you can ask, I will be always open to answer. So be convinced about that, and I am sure that let's conclude, the way things are moving, as many of you remember, generation of my students, I told one thing. that the resolution of Palestine problem will come from not Israel, come from the US. You may kindly recall, generation of students. And those signs are there. Those signs are there. I can see those indications, encouraging signs. The civil society, the pressure, the international civil society, the BDS movement, which was rejected by Israel with the sanguine approach, nothing will happen. So, what is happening? And Palestinian intellectuals, artists, lawyers, journalists coming with a new vision. The other day, there is an interview with Aina. One expert asked, what is the one state, two state? I said, no. People are talking about a secular, democratic Palestine where Jews and Arabs will live, Palestine will live together, peacefully, coexist. That's my hope. And it should be that way. So therefore, the things are not so discouraging as of now. But you must also remember that this is unlike any other settled colonial power. A ruthless, brutal, indiscriminate. So the challenges are more. And the Palestinians are facing, Palestinians will be facing, I hope, because it's not that you are emotionally attached to Palestine now. Yes, we are attached. As a scholar also, from the readings we have been, from the happenings, it is in the interest of both the people. I always argue. Long year back, probably we had a discussion with, future of Palestine. There's a topic. I began by saying, Professor Kumar Swami is President of Israel, point of view, Palestine. So we are very good friends, but we are, you know that. Yes, we are convinced about that. That's absolutely all right. Absolutely all right for me. So I began my speech by saying, the title, Future of Palestine. That was almost how many years? Maybe 15 years back, more than 15 years back. I was not a faculty then, I was an editor only probably, yes. I said, I'm not worried about the future of Palestine. I'm worried about the future of Israel. Just a minute of silence. I said, yes, I am convinced about that. I'm not worried about the future of Palestine. Palestinians have nothing to lose except their occupation. They've lost everything. They have nothing to lose now except their occupation, bondage. So therefore, I tell my friends, it is in the interest of Israel. And those debates, I'm not boasting, those debates are going on in Israel now. Are we doing the right thing? Are we not embarking on a path of self-destruction, what we are doing? Everything will become clear once the so-called Gaza is over. These things will come up. Those things will come up. Because you cannot sustain so long, such a brutal operation. So those are the few, stray thoughts. If you, anything, Subha. Great. How are you? Great to see. Okay. And these are very good students, fond memories. Though she is not my direct PhD students, but I've taught her. That's one thing good about it. I enjoy it. Even though I've not been the supervisor. And they paid equal respect. That's great overwhelming for me. अपने स्टूडेंट तो देंगे ही जब तो डिग्री होगा तो आई टेल माय पीएचडी स्टूडेंट्स वेरी जकुलरली आई सेड तुम्हारा सारा चीज़ ना पीएचडी थीसिस बनाने के बाद पता चलेगा अभी नहीं तो मजाक से दैट्स बट द अदर स्टूडेंट्स आर इक्वली आई एम रियली grateful to all my students. I don't know what they find good in me, but that's what it is, and I love that. That's what it is. So I think I'll stop here. Then so it should not be maybe I've talked too much for 20 years, more than that. I'll be writing now probably. Hopefully I'll be writing. And thank you so much. Once again, I'm really overwhelmed, and I'm really humbled by all this. Great.